And you heard Coach Josh RT there talk about the same thing. Those 5v3s really biting him in the butt. No shot. This is happening.
So PRX has not played this map.
No.
Yes. And they've already lost the raise.
They're baiting us.
No.
Is it bait?
It's not. It's not going to happen. They're not going to do triple duelist. Like, it's just not. It's just not happening.
They're going to do a normal double.
They're doing a normie comp, bro.
This ain't Lotus, guys. Okay, double duelist kind of expected for the side of PRX. We just saw the something versus Job, literally the same composition that they run in Lotus, right?
Yeah, watch on the attack sides how G2 will give, but then retake mid-control. I think this is what you were highlighting in your telly. It's very good with that Teo drone to get info and then missile C's to retake. But PRX, they're coming out of the blue with a new comp here and a chance to 2-0 this series.
I want to see how many shenanigans we're going to see here for the side of PRX, how much this map was actually prepared coming into this tournament.
That's an excellent question there, Bay. I'm sure we're going to find out in just a second. Send it back over to your casters. Here's Brendan Sideshow for map 2.
What a bitter back and forth that first map was, and now we head into Corrodon. You know, like the Destin's already been talking about, discussing this one. We're going to be full, I mean, React Andy, I think, really, with the composition, seeing how PRX play this one. It is a mirror their Lotus comp.
Yeah, it's mad that this is the second time ever that we've seen G2 play this comp, and the first time ever that we've seen PRX play this comp. And this was also G2's worst map, and yet they've picked it here after just getting that one win. Apparently just copying over their Lotus comp and not even cracking on it. They just sent it, it worked, and now they're playing it again here. This is going to be mad. A lot of it is going to come down to what Kakuka was saying. How practiced does it look? How much time and attention have PRX put into this map behind the scenes in scrims?
Jing has a Sheriff. Big group up of players.
It's a 4-player stack.
Smoke in the face with the Viper wall up. There's an angle there, Horn deep as well, making sure that all the nooks and crannies are cleared out here. And everyone moving away from this one. There's no presence in mid here from PRX.
Not at all.
All this space given up for free, but eventually spotted out now. Something. A couple of strays, swings and shots that he's going to be popping off. Prowler in his face. At some point, maybe forced to respect this one. Oh my god, that's damage done. Traded out though. G2 still get themselves in. Elbow control.
Spike planted.
Maintained by Devi, making sure to hold on to control of that area.
Yeah, Devi's position here is really nice to help PRX on the retake.
Just spotting the head poking up. Really waiting this one out, but hearing a lot of presence forwards.
Salvo used early.
Paranoia has to be dodged to the one side. Stun used as a response of that. Prowler alongside it. Time starting to be a bit of a difference maker. Damage done on the side of PRX. They are absolutely dishing it out now. They're not giving it any easy fight. Any easy fight whatsoever. Calm and collected is the way that pistol round goes for PRX in the retake.
Devi's position ended up being the pivotal key there.
It was everything.
Yeah. Trent used all of his utility keeping back those players from the link position, and then it almost felt like Jorgen Valid forgot about Devi over there. I'd like to see G2 more proactively try to fight for positioning in the post plan. Forsaken also threw a smoke towards the end there that wasn't even on the spike, so, you know, we might see some wobbly stuff happening in this map. We don't know really where Corrode lands in either of these teams' map pools anymore. Was towards the bottom of G2's, but they're clearly feeling decent about it, having picked it here.
Oh, that's purely off the smoke timing. Jing takes a peek and takes the shots, and same can be said for Patman. Spectre in hand. Forsaken, so damn eager to get involved. Should be walking straight into the sidelines here, but it's all managed. Everybody's going to be expecting those fights to be taken here on the side of PRX as well, ensuring that the guns go into the next for round 3.
So a bonus opportunity for PRX. The composition that they're running, I mean, it's allowing them at the moment to stack really heavier towards sides. You saw them on the pistol, put 4 players on A to begin, and just leaving Devi with his Vice Util, the whole B alone. I wouldn't be surprised if they do some aggressive stuff here. Get something pushed deep. Looks like B might be where he's looking to try to contest.
He's got a judge, man.
Yeah, that's a bit wild. Tucking into this
corner.
corner.
Into the corner.
They were flash haunting this every time.
Uh-oh, this could get deadly. This could get dangerous.
There's no way.
Just the one before he gets out.
How has he found the timing quicker than the haunt landed? Jonah P didn't even wait for the haunt, or rather, sorry, Jorg didn't wait for Jonah P's haunt.
Just expecting that they would respect it, I think. Once they're ready, waiting with the C's. Looking at different kind of angles here. I mean, he's worried about mid, still lands the shot! Jinx there following up on top of it. He gets another. Following with the TP, cheeky enough, but it's all being watched for, and this is a bonus conversion. Waiting in the wings now. I mean, PRX could not have got off to a better start here on Corrode, a map that they've been banning, showing no signs of.
It's a crazy decision for something to tuck himself into a corner that 100% of the time G2 flash won't clear that. But he finds a moment to just catch onto Jorgamo. And then also, I'm fine with Jonah P going for that switch, because he catches Patman with Util in his hand, but Patman is so fast to react and respond.
Big dagger? No.
That's devastating. First map, it was all going well for G2. The pistol rounds looked excellent from them. They also got huge amounts of first kills. In terms of the theory, I can understand why Josh is saying, we only need to make some small adjustments and we would have won that. Jorg and Leaf on their own together were 12-3 in first kill to first death.
Which is ridiculous.
That's absurd. That is utterly monstrous from Jorgamo and Leaf. Now, of those rounds though, PRX won a third of the rounds where they were down in a 4v5.
That's even more ridiculous.
That's ludicrous.
I mean, that's looking like Team Liquid out here.
And I mean, you watched it happen, didn't you? There were multiple 3v5s, 2v4s.
Yeah. Big clutch
rounds.
rounds where they were able to really peel away with it.
And what it led to was that PRX won a large majority, actually, of the gun rounds. 2/3 of the gun rounds went over towards PRX. So they were able to come through despite losing double pistol. Now here, G2 have put themselves in a hole really early on. So this is going to be a very difficult one for them to get themselves out of.
Yeah, how do you dig yourself out?
I guess you would be expecting this map to still go defense-sided. But a lot of my expectations about Corrode are being challenged here at Champs as we get the different regions' ideas matching up against each other. The double duelist, for example, that Pacific are running a lot of, does seem to do pretty damn well on the attack side.
Tremendous amounts of success across the board.
Gotta say, too, in general, I don't think I'm that much of a fan of PRX's comp. I think the Raze is worse than the Waylay or the Neon, but I've no doubt that it's comfortable territory for Jing, and he's going to make it look good at some point.
Sometimes that's all that matters, really, is ensuring that the comp is comfortable. Trying to force the meta fit. Doesn't bode well for a lot of teams.
If you're PRX, play some wacky stuff. It's, it's
but usually, I mean,
in
the
their
wacky
wheelhouse.
stuff is leaning into their wheelhouse, right? It's
Yeah.
roles that they want to play that they're comfortable with.
Did you play the Yoru Waylay on Haven? Jing looking to take a fight down mid against this drone.
Yeah.
Risky, very risky. Don't want to give a gun away here.
There's only 30 seconds left for G2 to play with. A lot of Util's been pulled out of them early.
Oh, he's heard that.
Yeah, TP.
Actually, he might not have done. He's not calling for the
Pass.
full rotate.
At this point, it should be very obvious. Devi! Stalwart defender. The one to try and lock this one down, and he's being precise as anything, just trying to pluck off the heads away from the shoulders. 15 seconds left. Double face in the end here. The TP into the back line. That's a timing that was unanticipated, yet still with the shots. Leaf is raining down lead upon them. Raining down! Shot after shot. These are hammering blows, and it's brought G2 into a 1v2.
But they don't know where something is.
That's what something has got to play with in this spot right here, but against a sharp aim of Trent, not quite doable. So just like that.
That's a criminal round again.
Yeah.
Because I think Devi did so much here. Double contesting, slowing down massively, which plays Jing and Forsaken into the site. And yet, Leaf is just on a heater. Hits 3 fantastically crisp shots with the Sheriff and steals a MasterCard Thrifty away from PRX.
There you go.
Filthy work to get it back in.
Well, we saw a lot of Thrifties on map 1, at least in the first half. Something now pulls out the operator and looking to try to take an aggro angle on A. It's hard to op this line, though.
Yeah,
when
the Viper Wall.
Yeah, Leaf's Viper Wall gives you a lot of things to worry about over here towards A. You see, actually, he's pre-aiming the right-hand side. And the horn broken immediately.
Going for a bit of a clearance.
He's taking a lot of risk here, but not punished for it.
Gatecrash about to run out. We'll have to respect this at some point.
Well, I think he'll respect it when he has a drone in his face.
His Gatecrash has faded.
Time to jump.
Slow play from G2. Much slower than we saw on Lotus.
Every single second counts. Between these two teams, drones going to be popping out into your face, which is broken. Hello, something. You're still there. Yeah, Prowler in your face and a couple of stray bullets as well. Still alive, though. Salvo forcing him back and away alongside that Seize, and there needs to be that collection. The crossfire setup in tight formation. G2 still trying to find their way forwards with this one. Ults are being earned up. A lot of avenues uncontested, though, and Jing looking to see if he can take that fight. There's that punishment we were talking about prior. Against PRX, got to keep guns out because they will be willing to take those duels and take those fights indeed. It does go both ways. Trent.
That's a big kill.
Massive one. Frees up the flank away from it, now has the armor gun. He's going to be using this preemptively.
He's been doing that a lot. Hasn't really been saving his utility for post-plant.
Just trying to buy a bit of time, but that nade rebounding, that's going to be a perfect position. Leaf surely goes down, that's half HP, drifting away, and it's a half clearance. Jing anticipating that it was cleared out. Leaf, the savior once more.
Oh, he's had a monstrous couple of rounds there, hasn't he, Leaf? Jing was convinced that corner was clear.
I mean, I don't blame him.
It was very close, wasn't it? Trent also hits a really important shot there onto Patman because it gives him safety in yard. They know that then both of the retakers are coming from this spawn area. This kill, had it gone the other way, had Patman been able to clean out.
Oh my God, Nate!
Don't think he was getting that. Good setup towards the end as well, actually, in terms of playing around the Viper wall. They had Trent ready to swing through that, so even if Leaf hadn't been able to get the kill, I think the trade would have been there. And this is something that G2 do slightly differently to almost every other team that are playing the Viper composition. Leaf is just putting that wall down on A every round. I thought it was maybe because it was their first time playing this version of the composition.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, they seem to want to take fights through mid quite a lot on their attack.
Just open sightlines.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the wall in their face, their own wall, right?
Yeah.
Which normally a lot of teams are going to take it
I think part
slower.
of the reason too is, if you wall up in mid, you might be inviting an opportunity for something to flash through it. And
They'll take the timing.
yeah, your opponent to seize control of those timings. PRX taking attack time out here, the brain trust of Alex and Mini, seeing if they can figure out some kind of adjustment to what's been going on. I mean, the thrifty, in my opinion, was just Leaf hitting shots. I don't think you have to be too worried about that one again, but the slow A take is probably going to be a major theme of this attack half for G2. So round 5, one to pay attention to, because it could well be replicated.
Seconds are dwindling down here as we get into round 6. Big presence from PRX over towards B as well. They're going to be claiming a lot of that side of the map.
Who's next?
Vengeful Drift now going to be used by George to try and set them forwards. The drone Forsaken is going to have to vacate evac cord 4, needs some help and reinforcements potentially from his team. Something. Waiting into the sidelines, but now he's out into the open, squaring up for that fight. It's an instant response. Valorant straight there. Wants to try and take the fight to him, but the IGL dips him. In the process, pit down.
Can't get the plant down.
Gives him a bit of coverage. The Seize is good, at least with that connection, and it's going to slow down these PRX players, but where'd you call for? Rotations abound. They're looking to go back into mid, but there's a flank on flank occurring.
This is a weird one. Leaf's going to have to drop his pit.
Jonah P.
Oh,
The timing. Just missed it. Wasn't on the sightlines. Device spotted out. And Pit's going to be falling as well. Quick scurry away. They know that B's open now for the taking.
Might be a timing here for Devi at mid.
Just like that, Forsaken as well wants to fill in the gaps. He's got that ult earned for that occasion.
Horn.
Picking up residency.
Horn push back Devi. Forsaken, it's all on him.
38 seconds. Comes down to these kills. What is that?
He's so good.
Disgusting stuff.
30 seconds left.
Playing and weaving around this smoke. It's made the B site his den, and there's only one more option really left for G2 to work towards. It is this B site. They have to find a way past it, but again, Forsaken!
It's ludicrous.
He can't be stopped!
Down B.
He's walking on bloody water at this point. That's just filthy.
He is utterly unbelievable. This is the kind of form he was in at Masters Toronto.
He's getting tagged by bullets left, right, center. He's taking unopportune fights. Like,
He's won the round on his own, essentially, hasn't he? I mean, he gets to kill one bullet's valid, ults to the other side of the map, and holds them single-handedly.
Spike down B.
from getting any level of space or flat down. I mean, the way he plays when he's on like this is just utterly remarkable.
8-3.
Something's got the op back in hand. Looking over towards A main again, but this time on a bit more of a passive line.
Yeah.
Not as aggro as he was playing previously. Bit more respect given.
Bit of a bait setup. TP for the information. That's a drone that does tag.
Wow, that's actually through mid.
Still wants to square it for the fight. There's no exit for him. He has to nail that shot. Side by side. Shot's going wide. There's an orb to play around. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way you're going for that. That's far too cheeky. And Leaf will punish you for it.
Cutting through.
Well, those are the kind of wild plays that you've got to expect when playing against PRX.
And it lifting around.
Low percentage chance, but he still goes for it. And actually, they're looking to double re-clear into Leaf again on A.
Face your fear!
Michael's going to be sent flying forwards. That is a lovely clearance. Forsaken juts out. This guy is walking on water at this point. He can do no wrong. Pacman, nowhere safe to stand, but he does find a slight pocket to play in, and even adjusting the aim towards the final moments. Jorgamo delivers them back from the brink. Gives him a win con.
Super aware, kept his gun out the whole time, ready for those fights.
30 seconds left.
But instantly the flank coming through again here. PRX putting such a premium on that. And Jing can distract enormously. Still full util and an ult.
Really
how are you going to look at Forsaken in the middle of this?
Exactly. Still eyes are trained towards main. That's an off angle to be held to the corner. Showstopper avoided. Good movement straight from the side, but again, it's going to be Forsaken revealing his hand from the spot. And Jorgamo supplementary with the spam. There's a smoke in his face, but that will be dissipating, and he gives it up for the even fight. Still, shots are going wide. Going wild.
Going out.
With the smoke propped up over towards the top, it's an impossibility. Surely, Forsaken, you can't be winning this. 7 bullets! Oh my goodness! Jorgamo that just about wrangles control of the round.
Incredible round from Jorg. But man, when you watch Forsaken, he makes you believe, doesn't he? That one was an inch away from coming through with a ridiculous clutch. You can just tell in the way that the G2 players are playing against him too, that they are fearful at times. As soon as the smoke isolates Jonah Pease, he's cooked in Hut. Ults come online though. Jorg with a huge one. 3 big kills of the 4 he's got on the map. 3 required to convert round 7. And just keep G2 in it.
Sorry to the headphone users for that one.
This has got something on a deep line. Again, you look at the VOD of what G2 were doing, and they were doing Flash Horn to clear B. Pretty much every round they were going in that direction. And yet, something still wants to fight it and contest it to try to see if there's a gap. Something I really respect about PRX's defense. They will try to find gaps in stuff that looks theoretically good.
Always testing.
You got to be in it to win it.
Yeah. Always with that raw confidence in their own aim to be able to buy themselves a bit of time, get themselves out of some real tricky spots. The shots rattled off down. And Cossack should have mid here. Something again with this information ult. Dimensional drift going to be used, and he spots out a multitude of players while he's at it.
No, he's caught everyone, hasn't he? He's
seen
everybody apart from Leaf.
Back over towards A, everyone but Leaf, and Leaf does collect. And now the triple face as well. Punish onto Jing, trying to offset that disadvantage they found themselves in, and now all the way over towards B. It's up to Pacman, he's got that ult in. Salvo's though had to really take the fight and was forced into it, whether he liked it or not.
Now those peaks, I'm not as big on from PRX. Jing there swinging from mid. After something has just seen, there's 4 players in mid. It's going to be so difficult to catch people without guns in their hand there. And then Pacman, I think, probably could have played that a little better than wide swinging with an Odin. So this round, not my favorite that PRX have put together, and it's going to allow G2 to tie things back up 4-4. You often see the attacking teams try to find timings to exec as the defenders use Yoru ult, because you don't want to just give them the info and exactly where you're playing. But this round, G2 just kind of sit back in mid and wait for PRX to peek into the... It's a bit more like what I was saying used to happen a year ago,
Right.
where G2 would just hold slowly, solidly, and allow PRX to make the mistakes. It's really tough to make this style work against PRX now, because they make far fewer mistakes and the player form is amazing. I already talked about that on Lotus, where you saw G2 dial up the tempo. But here, maybe because PRX are playing Corrode for the first time ever in a match, you're actually seeing these kind of mistakes come out. Maybe it is a decent idea for G2 to just slowly be defaulting around the map with guns out.
30 seconds left.
Defensive tag timeout called here by PRX too to try to stop some of the bleeding because they've only won 1 out of the last 5, and that was an unbelievable round from Forsaken.
His form is red hot right now. At least for Forsaken, this guy picks up the calling duties. Doesn't matter for him though. Never has that detraction. I mean, we've got 2 IGLs that I would consider from the fragging variety, but listen, if you look at the scoreboard right now, Valorant sitting near the bottom. It's just that PRX difference, I think, as well. They've got shooters across the board, all 5 of them, ready to hit back. So it's part of the reason why it's hard to control the pace, like you were saying, against them. You do need shooters right back. Leaf has been doing a pretty good job of that, have to say, have to credit him.
He has. It's a strange game for Leaf, actually, this match so far, because there are moments that will stick in your head of Leaf really messing up.
Right, the kill against Forsaken that he missed.
Yeah, and his lurk on A that he didn't convert as well when he should have done. Oh, that round didn't actually go against him from what I can remember, but actually the majority of what Leaf has been putting out there has been really solid.
Yeah.
Like I said, dominating the first kill department on Lotus, he was 4-1. And then just generally racking up a lot of kills against a team that is going to put the test on your aim. But yeah, you've seen a couple of lows, but a lot of highs from this guy. A reminder, he didn't actually have a lot of practice recently. He was out for 5 weeks.
Hospitalized for a decent chunk of it too. Not really getting a time and chance to play the game yet. He hasn't missed a beat stepping back into the seat, so we'll see how this pressure and how PRX are really going to be able to keep up with most of this. 3 players stacked up towards it. They have the entirety of the pack all grouped up here. Jonah B, shots in the dark through that smoke. Something has been head ripped off. Steel Garden, near sighted. There is coverage swinging right round to the corner. The timing has to be perfect, and the clearance is just not there. Jonah B is still delivering, but it goes both ways. PRX are still in this fight. It's evened up to that 2v2. Patman off onto the flank. And now putting the squeeze on Jonah B, leaving that time in for Leaf to collect. Devi in a 1v2. Testing with that shorty in your face. There's a lot of damage done. Dropped down to barely anything at all. Quick tap as well, trying to force Leaf out into the open, but he swings at the right time. Chops the head clean off.
10-2, another big round from Leaf at the top of the scoreboard for G2. I liked what PRX were doing there. Lost a player to some spam through a smoke early on towards A-Link, which is unfortunate. Would have loved to have something online. There he goes. This double blast back in off the back of the Paranoia, though, was a nice idea. They just couldn't quite get the advantage in the 3v3, and part of that actually is because Forsaken didn't clear the corner properly. Steel Garden forced Jonah P to only play with a shorty in hand, but Forsaken didn't clear that box. And now PRX dropped onto an eco. Probably going to take even further risks.
Trying to do it. Trying to take fights towards that A main extremity. Big nade and a horn tucked to that corner. G2 happy to just let the Utah bleed out of PRX.
Going for another play here.
They can move.
Fade in the raise.
Dangerous stuff, potentially, especially when you spot these players as damage done. Through the wall. Patman's still alive. Jing going for a peek of his own. Expecting to be not anticipated there.
Chunked down, Jing and Patman, but not eliminated. Still a 5v5. The Forsaken keeping a little bit of this control and information towards A main.
Slightest of angles as well. That's something he wants to work with. A lot of bodies going to be trailing towards him now. He's going to get his chance for a fight. Just TP's back to a bit of safety. Try and hold this one again. Inserts himself forwards. The salvos at his feet along with the clone. That is ridiculous! Something! Dismisses them with a wave of a hand, but he needs some help out now. He will be dropped. Jonah P having to trade that one out. Nightfall taken. Patman from the flank. And heads are rolling. Leaf is gone.
And Forsaken as well, all the way up through B main.
It's 2 players of G2. They have been picked apart at the seams here. Every single avenue accounted for. Main, Link, and CT. Sees up and over towards the top. There's a lot of damage done, but as that smoke fades again, the time is taken. Jonah P can only do so much. It's overwhelming against the presence of PRX. They've got that caliber of players, and it doesn't matter what weaponry they're working with. They will take the fight against you and win it.
This is such a good play from Something. Gets in front of the salvo after already being pushed back by double flash and a horn. And he buys an enormous amount of time for the rotates to come through. Forsaken, I told you, was already on that aggressive angle at A.
That's what we need, brother.
He got around into B main based on the distraction of his teammates. encircling G2 and punishing them for not having a real Sentinel in the comp.
That's been constant.
Yeah, they have. They've been trying to get that flank going all the time, haven't they? One away from getting the Armageddon online for Trent. PRX fighting down mid, something with an op. He had a bit of a quiet game, but that round giving him a bit of confidence, and now he's going for the walkabouts.
There's no way. This is such risky business.
There should be double drone in his face as well. It should be hard, actually, for something to play this defense side.
It's a game of reactions. It's a game of reactions, of which something wins out. A lot of damage done in the process, but how do you win against the operator in his hands?
And he's gone so deep there. He's found the timing before the drones.
Wall is heard. Wall is heard. Pacman realizing there's a gap in the play. Forsaken wasn't quite holding it, and that timing was taken. Evened out, though, with a kill onto Leaf.
He might think that he's trapped them all in the choke.
Players drifting in as well from the side. This is an angle as well. Something counting for it. Sees the barrel. It's damage done, though. Instantly there with a trade, nevertheless. Jonah P did do that damage to Forsaken. 2 left alive now for G2. Nade is going to come sailing overhead, trying to deny that plan. It's tapping as G2 are looking for bodies, trying to pull them out into the open. PRX not giving them an inch, though.
The double fake tap has stopped something from getting on a really aggro line. Now he starts to creep forwards.
Comes down to heroics. Jorg very much alone when he's holding this one.
Satchel out.
Crouch down, Satchel overhead. Needs some help, needs some bailout as well. The timing is going to be, has to be picture perfect. Picture perfect! What? A spray down, a transfer! And something with the util out! It's Jorgamo to punish. G2 leading by the 1.
A rare moment there where it's actually a PRX player with util in hand getting caught. Some monstrous big rounds coming out. And players on both teams to keep their team dead even in this game. It does feel like Lotus again. A big recovery from G2 actually. They're the team winning more of the gun rounds. And 6 on the attack side of Corrode does feel really strong. Only 1 player to defend on A. A 4-player stack Forsaken's called. To start this B round, he's the only one home to fend off G2.
It's a lot potentially thrown at him now. Looking for the A split with just Jorgamo going through that link angle. Armageddon's going to be paving a way to success. Most of the way being cleared out. Jorgamo has all this space now for the rest of his team. Wall up on top of it. Something's going to be answering him back immediately. Nightfall. Dimensional drift is a potential timing to be taken as those Qs are cut away. Something could really be looking to punish. The weaponry never quite ideal, but still the damage is being done. Showstopper, he whips it around. Jing is straight in and through. Tip of the spear for him, and something not anticipated. Exiting out of that ult. It's a mad scurry, it's a mad dash through mid. With Dubai left to punish, an instant shot and answer back, but it goes both ways. 6-6, just like that.
And just like Lotus, what a first half here of Corrode. We didn't really know what to expect. First time we've ever seen PRX play on this map. And only the second time for G2 with this comp. Could be anybody's game still coming up.
1 enemy remaining.
Yeah. Let's go.
pace that these two teams are coming at each other with is just unbelievable. And Forsaken has been on a heater. Hot hand, keep passing to this guy. He's shooting threes all day long at this point. I mean, he has been unreal. And it's taken heroics from him, to be honest, to drag it 6-6. G2, credit to them, they brought it 6-6 in level, because early on, at the beginning of this map, it was looking like all PRX off the back of this guy right here.
Yeah. Take a look at the Coinbase Econ report. I think Forsaken might be the only player shutting Leaf down.
Yeah.
Done 758 damage to the guy. But what a treat we have to open up playoffs. Two teams, arguably the favorites to win the tournament. I think that's what most people think. We had a poll earlier on that reckoned 75% of you out there thought the winner of this was the favorite to win the entire thing.
And I don't blame them.
No, because, yeah, I mean, you see in the game as well, it's exciting to watch, it's fast-paced, it's aggressive, they've got shooters.
Every team is willing to take risks. Players are just making decisions that they wouldn't normally do because they're playing against the best of the best,
Yeah.
right?
It's a great way to open up playoffs. We could only hope that the grand finals are this entertaining when we finally get to the end of it.
Absolutely, and hopefully we do get to see potentially a map 3. So far, this series has been delivering beginning to end.
Now this round, a very slow, cautious one for PRX, taking a little bit of B control, while Forsaken pressures elsewhere. And all picked up from Jing. I mean, this immediately starts some of the rotations from coming through, because you see that the Raze was the one who picked up the ult orb. So when you know that the Raze was over here towards B main, you're thinking, well, that's where they're going to finish if they exec in the next 30 seconds. And that little piece of info now allows PRX to hit a weaker A site if they can get through Jorgamo.
Jorga's hard committed. There's no gate crash to get him out here. Some of the angle to be watched for. They lost mid-control in the process. Actually, Jonah P was the one to take up domain and residency there.
There.
Quick walk down. Divide being punished. Smokes in the face, though, now spells it out. This is going to be leading and landing over towards an A hit now for PRX. Making moves forwards. That's a kill claim. Jonah P shot in the dark as well through that smoke. It's his head who ends up going down. Paranoia sweeps, though. That is a massive collection. It's only Batman who can put a stop to this. Oh, my God! He buys enough time for Forsaken to reinsert himself, get back into the action, get back into the fight. It's all laughs on their side. Another pistol round here for PRX.
Jonah P had done a great job actually pushing down, but he gets caught through the smoke. And Patman, gotta give him the credit.
No way.
That is ridiculous from Forsaken.
That's unbelievable. I didn't realize that was how it happened.
No. I was thinking that Paranoia wore off quickly.
Right.
No, it didn't.
Now, who does that? You get paranoid, your decision making, not run away, I'm going to run closer to you. So the near sight doesn't matter.
It's just Forsaken things.
That is insane split-second decision making.
Double pistol, one now in this map by PRX. Flipping the narrative completely because G2 won both of them on Lotus. Now on Lotus though, G2 lost the advantage of the first one to a Thrifty that came through immediately after. PRX will be hoping to avoid that. What a cool pistol round idea as well, just baiting, faking, with the fact that the Raze picked up the ult orb. A lot of prep going into these pistols from both of the coaching staffs. But once more, you got to get through Jonah and Jorg here.
For a deep angle, it's not really the best weapon to work with. Something does its best with it. Just ghost in hand. Knocks the heads off two G2 players. Jorgamo and Jonah P are out for the count.
Really nice dodge of the flash.
A lot of util forwards here. Ingrained position, not really cleared out. With the classics, you might be able to make the most of this one. This is elbow control given up. The plant is down, though. 3v3, you got to think the weapons in the hands of these PRX players surely going to be enough. And nade's still primed. Ready and waiting. The timing is taken just right on that. The damage is still being done, though. They can't really deal with these players. And it comes down to a 1v1. It's Trent versus Forsaken. No easy pickup in terms of the weapon, but a stinger is found, salvaged from the midst of all of it, and the body just peeking out! Forsaken loses out!
No way!
How the hell is it always happening like this, man? Listen, pistol rounds be damned. These teams are going back and forth. Thrifty wins after the fact. It doesn't even matter.
I cannot believe at the end there that Trent was ready for the re-swing. I mean, that just shows you how much they've adjusted their brain to deal with PRX.
Fallen in the same spot as well.
That re-swing, there are so few players in the world that would do what Forsaken just did there on that timing, and somehow Trent snaps back to it and hits it mid-range with a stinger. Jing is going for a force by Judge, which implies that he's going to pick up the judge again in the next round.
Yeah.
So, double of the same B-exec maybe here? And we get to see some of the attacking theory from PRX, because if you're going to run a raise on your attack side and it's Jing, you're going to have some weird double blast pack pathing. Otherwise, he might as well be playing, you know, like a Waylay or a Neon or something. Not that he particularly does very often.
Oh, here he comes. Yeah, double satchel, straight into the smoke. That was layered down. It's almost like an anchor smoke that he wants to play around, weaving in and out. Gives him some cover to play in as well. Puts some uncertainty into the back of the minds of G2. Forces the drone out. Nice and early. That's walking up with it as well. Not to reveal the hand, but does get the reveal off still. Plant down for PRX.
Not very much space in the post plant, though.
I never want to count them out, though. Salvos. At least just a one saved for this moment. Jonapido deals a Divine. He was going for a flank of his own. Big ass map, so that Paranoia is going to be gliding forwards alongside the Flash. Anything to try and push them back still. It's a gun differential at this point. Reigning true, and they've managed to spot out Jing. No way! Jing claims two!
He ran out of bullets!
Still the damage done. His players are barely alive, just on a shred of HP.
And
It's simple towards the end of it, as scary as it looks in the midst.
He went for the ult towards the end, hoping that even with a fraction of HP between the two players, the ult would work, yeah. I'm finding it hard to criticize. Maybe Alex and Minnie will be losing their minds in the coaching booth, but when you're that close, when you've just been gifted 2 kills inside a smoke like that, and you have your ult online in round 15, the third round of the half, I'm not mad about it, you know. You can send that kind of stuff. That really looked like PRX might be able to get a thrifty back in the other direction. Something's actually picked up the attack op, so they're not going for another play with the judge and another fast pop round.
Jing's got a bulldog.
They're going for something slow, trying to work a pick here with their superstar player. Something looking like in best in the world form, but needs a little bit of assistance to get on some good lines to be able to activate. On the attack side, had a slower opening here on Corrode, actually. Wasn't dominating. That was Forsaken's job.
Spam coming from the side that Jonah P's on, so something knows that something is up. Okay, Crash fading away, still on an aggro line. Same could be said for Jorgamo.
Jensen can crash up too. And when you have Jorg fighting here, you can afford to stack 3A. And Devi, I think, has broadly failed in his job at pushing back Jorgamo on B main.
G2 are ready for a tussle. It's going to come down to the aim, though, and a shot's fired. Oh, that was a jump spot from long range. Something still creeping ever so steadily up towards this angle. Paranoia, though, will be a bit of respect forced out of it. Prowler into the corner gives the acknowledgement here to PRX, but the Salvos are slowing them down. 38 seconds left. Utah being bled out of this G2 squad. Nade rebounding. Second wave of Salvos. Seas does connect again. It's all meant to try and slow them down, but again, not much left in the tank here for G2. It comes down to the weaponry at this point. Gunplay, and how well can you trade each other out? Both satchels used, just crouch peeking into it. Jing dismissed readily. Reaction time test. All pays off here for the G2 players. Very ready for the fight that was coming their way.
Fundamentally better round there from G2 than what PRX were up to. They didn't push the aggressive Yoru off the line. So in terms of the macro game, G2 had 3 players, the strong site in the right place on A. And then one of the things I think that G2 have been amazing at on Corrode, even when the map wasn't working for them, is their hold over towards the A side. I think they do a great job of playing these nice corners, crossfires, and using Valent smokes to make it really tough for the attacking team to actually get onto the site. PRX back down onto a bad buy.
Prowler does clear out Jorg from that spot. Again, not so ready to count out PRX, even when they are on the worst buy. Same idea as when Jing had that judge the first time. Inserts himself into deep smoke, lay it down for him.
I'd like to see them do this on a rifle round because they get into a nice position. This time they're fighting elbow.
Forwards, yes, into elbow. Oh wow, the Paranoia is only going to be connecting onto the one, only onto the one. Leaf has to be that difference maker, but a reap swing out. Pacman more than ready for it. Trent is in a sticky spot. The situation here is going to be a bit dire for him, but a flash to try and set him up. Something still hits that. Nightfall now scatters forward. Something delivering, hammering out the shots. G2 at the amble in this situation. Big light up from the horns. This is all going their way. Chaos is where PRX thrive.
A MasterCard Thrifty again in this series. So many of them. And this time, it's this guy on your screen, something. Turns the flash. He knew that something like that was coming towards him. Turns it, deals with Trent, then catches the kill onto Jorg, who's holding the angle. And Jorg is ready for it. But something's a little quicker. Sometimes you watch this guy and it feels like he can do no wrong.
Yes, sir.
But that was a pivotal one to get PRX back into this map.
Definitely was.
Because the attacking ideas, apart from this B exec, don't look amazingly strong. The B exec, though, does look difficult to deal with. I think you've got to be putting somebody in a position where they can sit inside that smoke. And getting someone in a spot where they can fight B main if Jing's pathing isn't in that direction. But if the smoke lands on your head, just sit inside of it and wait for Jing to land on your lap.
The tough thing, I mean, listen, the tough thing about that is you are going to be contesting with a shotgun.
Yep.
So, yeah, sitting down and maybe buy a shotgun of your own.
You could
hold a shorty out if they do blue that smoke up.
Buying a shorty is a nice idea because then you're not ruining yourself if they go for a different type of hit. But these are, you know, we're talking about this. We've got full information.
Sure.
We've got time to sit here and not have to think about our own game and our own role to spitball ideas. These guys on both sides are having to live react to new things that they're seeing being thrown at them here on Corrode. Because PRX, you've never seen tape on what they've been playing. You've never seen these kind of site execs come through before because no one else does stuff like that. And for G2, no one else plays their comp either. So PRX have got one VOD of the way that G2 play this. And a couple of days of practice during those off days between groups and playoffs.
Critical bit of rest. Both teams happy for it. Bit of spam on either side here, straight down mid. Jorgamo gets a bit of info as well just before the gate crash expires, so it goes both ways.
I think he's noted 3 players in mid there. But it doesn't really tell you what side they're going to end on, so a 2-1-2 defense for G2. What the?
There's no way. What is that by Forsaken?
Well, he definitely didn't think that Trent was there. I'll tell you that one for free.
Punish for it.
Well, that's your solo smokes player going down. With a minute still on the clock.
Something not committing an ult.
They're going to have to dig themselves out of this one.
2 players spotted. Gate crash and spawn as well, but he's going to be letting loose for the ult, forcing the reclearance here and respect by G2. All of A is open as a result of this. The pressure coming his way, making it feel like it could have been that B split.
Literally 5 players all reacting to that ult, and now G2 realize what a mistake they've made. PRX not only have the site, but can now get into really deep positions. You're going to have to clear so many angles and corners, maybe even a mid-lurk.
Long rotation times as Thorns in through CT. Flash as well.
This could be how PRX win a 4v5, another 4v5.
Big ults on the side of G2 though to potentially clear this one out. See if they choose to use it.
Thorns activated.
Smoke off onto Elbow. Thorns going to be deaded off. Sees, connects. They see that. The trail points it out. Jing rebounds, but a salvo as well. He's out into the open. Patman trying to help out as well through mid. Looking down this avenue. He knows where most of the ire is coming from. Devi shuts him down. 1, 2, 3 shots. He's looking for that 4th. His team helps him out for it. Sublime stuff from Devi.
Looking incredible there with the aim and the reaction times. Nothing that G2 could do about that. So focused on dealing with Jing on the other corner. A wider swing from Jorgamo.
My ultimate's ready.
When you watch this, and because the reactions are so fast from Devi, it just looks like G2 are not even attempted to trade each other. But that's one of the best teams in the world at trading right there. In fact, by the numbers, the best team in the world at trading each other. And Devi's just made them look like noobs.
9-9. Big ult expended as well. Jonah P. Snapping to the side. Still wants to really gear herself up and try and take that fight, but his own head that gets ripped off in exchange for it. Traded. PRX now speeding up towards A. Making this feel like a full-on hit, which it seems like it is. The spike is making its way over into that direction. Slowed down, though, by the salvos. G2 trying to buy themselves time to get back in. Paranoia. It's the one wave of things. Tap of the plant. Another wave of util. Salvo's doing a lot of damage, and a flash on top of it. Cheaper weaponry in the hands of G2. Still, they might be able to make the most of it. And Leaf is going to get his chance now to really show up. It's a reaction time test that he just does not pass. PRX now. They have that open avenue, and they're going to be jumping on it.
Jorg and Trent trying to head them off. But I don't think they're going to be fast enough here.
That angle is just filthy from Forsaken, man. You don't expect him to be up here.
He's
Perched
so
up like a
creative.
bird.
really is. And I think they've dealt with the danger now. Finding that kill onto Leaf was like opening a release valve. All of the pressure dissipating. And PRX now taking the lead on this map. A couple of really important rounds here that they've put together. And PRX have such a nice idea on their eco rounds. You see G2 forced down onto a Thrifty and can't quite find it. Still some big ults as well for PRX, especially Device.
Pokemon looking to go down to the spike here, but Pac-Man going to clean them up instead. And you're right, I mean, the idea is still being put together on either side here, but it's PRX now with the lead by 1, 10-9.
Good trade onto Jonah.
Yeah.
Just making sure that he's not able to get a second in that kind of spot. That's crazy.
Yeah, you just don't expect him to be up there.
It's amazing that PRX can be so late to Corrode in terms of ideas that they're showing, and yet still very innovative.
I think they patch it over with just their game sense. Being able to find the right moments as well to take those peaks, and the aim on top helps out. That is an operator in the hands of Jorg, though. Forsaken gone, your Smokes player down and out for the count.
Big adjustment here from G2, using a Paranoia early, getting the op onto a deep line as well. So now PRX are going to have to slowly try to re-clear over towards A with their Fade utility. Meanwhile, G2 can start adjusting and spread back out into a normal defensive setup. And actually, these players over towards A haven't heard anything going on towards A main. So the drone comes out, confirms presence towards B, and it's on Trent and Leaf to try to hold.
Still guarded. It's not going to be overlapping most of this one here still. Players trying to hold this one down. And Leaf intentionally maybe even just getting caught into this one, but he does shut down Jing nevertheless. He was vulnerable up. The Classic makes short work of him. Holding onto that elbow control. It's a critical element, G2. It went wrong for them in the past with these B hits.
A 3v5 again. PRX have been winning these.
Position as something in it. Going to be filthy stuff. Still, Dimensional Drift should clear him. He's spotted out here. 2 players now noted, making comms noted to the team. And in through that smoke as well, just pings as the exit onto the ult. It's all coming out from that link angle. It's up to something. And Pac-Man, can they punch a hole through this one? Flipped on its head. Spike being diffused, stuck all the way. The coverage is inside for G2. They got bodies on bodies here. Ready to fight to the bitter end. And they bring it level now, 10-10.
Those are the kind of rounds that Josh will have been talking to them about at the end of Lotus. How losing those player advantage spots was letting the map slip away from them. This, very disciplined. A utilization of an ult as well, by the way. Jorg choosing to use this one and got tons of information and a kill there, as you pointed out, onto Divide. And then so many bodies to stop Pac-Man. And something doing anything towards the end there. 10-10. Leaf with an ult and a judge to play inside of, but might get run down on B.
There's a lot of presence coming towards him. Has to take a timing past that corner. They know exactly where he is. There's spam coming through. Decay down, seized up into a spot.
How has he lived? The nade and the seize looked so good. He's got 2 HP.
Barely alive. It's long range as well. Supplementary utils. 1 salvo used by Trent to try and help him out, so nobody could really cross past the boundary.
If you look at that back in the VOD and you're one of the PRX coaches, you're thinking, man, that is so unfortunate. We played that pretty perfectly at the start of the round.
There's going walkabouts here. There's so many angles to contest and account for. This is ridiculous stuff. He's straight past it. I mean, Divide.
And not even punished.
Yeah, not expecting it. No trade in sight because Jing's got the judge.
Jing 1 away from being able to get his showstopper online. Would have loved to play for A main.
Making moves now over towards A. That's a shot to the head, though. The wall just saving Valorant in a spot like that, and still, Jonah squares up. TP up to mid, Forsaken.
Yeah, this is mad. They're pinging out towards it. Jorg is looking for it with an op in spawn.
Yeah.
But Trent is actually really important here.
I'm trying to hold this one back. He's feeling the heat now. He's turned up all the way. What is that? Shots are fired and elbow control still maintained. These players starting to flood in their way through. Jing has an ult to work with, but in a 2v4, hoping for another kill, I think, to really set the pace and maybe given that allowance to use it. It's not going to be quite the case, is it? Trent is on top form. Holds back the onslaught that was from PRX.
That's a monster round from Trent. The shots he hit as well are spectacular flicks. Leaf, lucky to survive at the start of the round. Jonah going walkabouts, really got a read on how to defend A and find timings past what's going on, but these shots from Trent are magic. Winning 3 separate 1v1s with a Vandal at close range, popping off. And giving his team the lead. Jing, though, did get that showstopper up, does have the judge, same B exec looking like it's going to be run here
Same
again.
play. Leaf is not in a spot to really contest this one, but he's found a pocket to play in. It's his own smoke that's bloomed and blossomed a showstopper. Not finding any marks. Bit of clearance is needed here, but they don't expect this. Horns over, Forsaken. Not getting the read on it. It's the time of the plant. TP behind. TP behind. Manager's missed each other. It's all down to this. And the okay, judge in the hands. It's all chaotic. What a crazy round. Could have been anyone's game there. It is traded. Now to Nightfall. It's going to be scattering. Ults on ults to try and find this. Jing presses forwards. There's an advantage to be found. And he's hunting it out. Pouncing on the chance. Full control in towards Link. And they've given up elbow as a result of it. But PRX still ingrained. To be held just comes down to the shots. And with something missing that one, Valen, he might have just opened this up for them. It's a 3v3. Try lays it down at least without flash. Shots and fights all going their way. Jorgamo tries to get it done, but not fast enough. PRX level it out, 11-11.
They were very set up in that post-plant scenario at the end there. Absolute chaos. Love the idea from Leaf. Really sneaky player. But that teleport bent his brain, and he couldn't quite find the trade there. Or rather, the second kill. Jing did get the trade. It's this final play towards the end, actually, though, in the 3v3 that wins it out for PRX. I believe it was Divine setting up his post-plant flash. Allowed him to get the kill onto Valen and grab the others too. 11-11, again, exactly like Lotus. A 6-6 half into round 23, dead even again.
These teams could not be more even. Taking chunks out of each other in the process. Heroics are needed on either side.
Incredible that we get a match of this caliber to open up playoffs.
I know.
The bracket is stacked.
What a teaser. The execs have been working. So why switch it up? Why change it? PRX send it flying forwards here with dimensional drift from something to try and at least pave the way. Clears out most of the site. Gives him that info. The rest of his team can just walk into the fight now. G2 looking to play that retake. Spike down, gearing up. Refine into elbow. A lot of util flown forwards here. Jorgmo's going to be caught though, near-sighted. Worrying predicament that he could be placed in. Drone needs to be dealt with onto the side here. But the fight, brute force, no way! Forsaken! Caught out into the open air, tried to take the TV behind him to be that dagger in the back, but punished as a result. The pick could be exactly what G2 needed. The flood, the avalanche, now it's all falling to pieces, and it's going to come down to the individuals again. Divine and something, they have to do it all, and it leaves it down to just something. Jorgamo with the defuse, stuck all the way. He knows there's safety now. Surrounded by his comrades. It's G2 up to 12.
And the script from Lotus flipped on its head. G2 get up to map point. That stick into spawn. Jonah P, I think, is so aware to be able to catch what kind of play, what kind of absolute insanity Forsaken is up to next. And this time the flash from Devi, watch for, and they weren't caught in the same way by those. Devi's actually coming into this round with no armor, deciding to force up into it while Leaf picks up a judge, holding really close. It's the B exec again, maybe, or just fighting for the space early on.
This time, though. G2 are ready for it. Will it be OT? Or will it be map 3?
A bait and switch over here. Looks like a really nice adjustment. When the boom bot's broken that early on, though. Warning signs, alarm bells should start to ring in the heads of PRX.
Yeah, there's never been that much pushback early on before.
Absolutely. Now, they have played around where Jorg just got posted on B and it let them triple stack on A, but this time, of course, because Leaf is tucked in this corner, you can't get 3 players stacked on the A side.
Something's found a timing in through Link. They think mid's clear, I think, from the drone. So yeah, this gets taken down. One away from the ult. Could be pivotal. Jing ends up getting a kill. They're not shy. Now starting to get a bit of a move on. Satchel's forwards as well. It's all on Jonah P. It's a nade at his feet, a flash on top of it. The salvos to try and help him out. Again, that util comes in handy. C's laid out on top of it. Again, the second wave of the salvo. All an attempt to punish. 2 players being caught and collected. 30 seconds left and it's going to come down to the gun duel. It's going to come down to it here and now. Across the map, kills are collected and claims it. It does even it up into a 3v3. Armageddon, plant down, Pac-Man with a full commit.
Does he get out?
Full stick, and he can't escape it. Goes down with the ship, but it might just be your G2 sailing into Ascent to bring us all the way. Something is going to have to go huge. Planted for him. A flash dodged and avoided. Jorgo puts his body on the line, but it's played perfectly. Something, you can't be doing this to them. A tap from Trent trying to pull him out into the open once more, but it's all goddamn something.
That is a monstrous clutch. Something's just won a 1v3 to push them to overtime.
The way he's played that in the finer moments, isolating the fights.
God, that's incredible. His ability to ISO once in that spot is immaculate. He sees the jump peak and he just swings to his right, knowing that Trent is going to come out after Jorg. I mean, that is why people are talking about him as the best player in the world.
And he's on his feet.
Of course he is. G2 thought they were going to Ascent. Got some more Road to play. Might be going to the lower bracket.
That's going to put a sour feeling at the bottom of your stomach if you are G2.
I mean, those are the kind of moments that stop G2 from being able to lift a trophy in Bangkok. It's that kind of stuff.
Heroics, the clutches, the mechanics on display. Quick thinking across the board for PRX here. Prowler will clear out the spots, so something again, we'll have to respect this one.
Divine was solo anchoring me quite a lot in these kind of moments, but he was super good at it. He was contesting space, trying to fight people as they got in.
Divine saved this wall for after the clone. He's just put it down.
Yeah, that's a really nice idea. He was catching them a lot on Lotus. Good adjustment.
He's drone, no signs of life.
They'll have heard this wall go down.
Yeah, place down again. Have to be baited out, or you just move over it as a pack. 3-2-1 TP up towards the top. It's a full exec that's called for, but that flash is everything. Divine finds it in through the side. The trades on top. Jonah P still trying to play it forwards and not expecting that something could be on that corner. Lucky to be alive in a spot like this, but the paranoia is perfect once more. Forsaken trying to lay claim to the site and help his team survive.
It looked for a moment like something might be denied by the Prowler in his face. But the player that's just pulled off a 1v3 gets another triple kill to push PRX up to match point. Fighting, scrapping, high tempo, never letting the plant go down. Flashes raining in, constant pressure, constant disruption onto G2. And the coaches hit the panic button. It's not just strategic adjustments at this point. It's also the mental. You thought you'd won this map. You thought you had it.
Yeah.
And now you're having to play for your life in the upper bracket. One more round goes against you, and you are in the alligator pit. There are 4 teams playing today, Brent, that people really highly rate. PRX and G2. Later on, you've got a great match between Fnatic and DRX. One of those teams could well win the tournament. One of those teams must go out in last place in playoffs.
That's the way it works.
That's just how the bracket works.
Yeah.
So, could it be either of these teams? It's almost unthinkable.
It ramps up the tension all the way if you go out here.
The
At this
opponents
point
are just nasty that you're going to have to face. And if you want any chance of winning the trophy, if you lose this match, you've got to make a full lower bracket run.
Yeah. Doesn't get easier. You have to drag it back all the way to the bitter end. But G2, they are just trying to survive in this spot here.
Yeah.
Their minds are drifting over towards Ascent, thinking that they were going to be playing on that, and they need to lock in to the here and now. Because one more round will do them in.
Their defensive play over towards A has been really nice. Jonah P's had such a great balance of playing the aggro and dropping back at the right times.
Hyper aggro stuff, that. PRX.
Feels like a fake though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
2 players waiting outside B. Spike starting to go in that direction. Something putting max pressure on. Drawing 3 defenders over towards the A site. And starting their bunker defensive protocols really early.
Moving over. Drone to re-clear this one, but all the players of PRX are grouping up over towards B. Twisting the tail that they're weaving, and now they're sending it flying forwards. They reveal their hand. It's up to Jorgamo. Can he try and put a stop to it? King stopped. Finally there, but out wide into the open. These shots need to land, and land they will! It's all on Leaf, on his shoulders. He's given that open avenue for just a split second, but the damage has already been done.
A 2v5. PRX have been amazing at winning when they've been down players, but not this heavy.
No, a spot like this when a spike is in enemy territory. G2 have persevered. Unless absolutely everything goes wrong. But from the way it's looking, very unlikely.
Constant smokes
30
being refreshed in
seconds
their faces.
Leaf has contact. As soon as he takes it, the players are going to swing out.
Still a lot of util available as well. Salvo, sorry, not salvo, the stun, double flash.
Gonna skip past this. Just leaves it to Divido, and it is inevitable at this point. Time trickling
10
down.
seconds left.
Bodies reinforcing it. G2 are not finished yet. They want to survive.
That was such a nice idea from PRX as well, actually. I love what they called there. Putting early A pressure forced G2 to triple stack A, drop into really passive defensive positions, and it opened up this massive gap on the B side where it looked like it was only Leaf home. And yet Jorgamo teleports just in the nick of time.
Nice round, Nate. You're insane, bro. You're insane.
Did you catch actually what Alex said there? He said we could have just walked in. The whole game plan is to open up the B site, and so he wanted his team to contact maybe even into that spot. Look at this clash.
Here it is. A brawl to gain the advantage. The edge onto Kuro between two of these teams have been so damn evenly matched. Paranoia sweeps. Salvo on top of it. Damage being done, but it's just tickling their feet, and a salvo. And the soul is on Leaf.
How's he got 3?
Where has he found that? The timing to be taken up mid. And he thrives underneath it.
Another huge numbers advantage for G2. Devi looking like the only player that could put a stop to it. They're going to go back into his kind of position. No, they take the safer rotate. Back fully through spawn. And not even making any noise. Trying to give as few sound cues, informational cues as possible to PRX. Relying on the fact that they're playing as a pack. Got to see that Leaf triple kill in a replay. Yeah. He's just taking a fight over towards A-Link, but he got there so fast.
Had to have been knife out. Just taking the timing from all that presence of PRX trying to push back.
And PRX are playing mid pretty softly on the defense side. In fact, you could argue both teams are. Both teams allowing the attackers to take a lot of mid control. And in the late round, in the post plan, PRX have actually been pushing like this. To G2 think about it, because otherwise things could get sticky here.
Onto the flank. Jonah P is inserted. He will be that first line of defense. Grouped up here. Patman and Devi trying to make the most of this situation now, but Keen's a good... Oh, it's going to be clean, and unfortunately, first one not going their way. Patman even just revealing his position, and immediately you can see the G2 players scurrying forwards. Jonah P trying to buy time and try and take that fight, but no one really ready to trade off that. As an ult turns up, Nightfall now scatters, gives a confirmation. One player spotted. He doesn't know where Valorant is. Haunt even broken. Time ticking away, trying to really ISO those fights out. G2 though had it completely under their control. And once more, they find themselves on the cusp of map point, on the cusp of potentially bringing this one to Ascent. There's those kills.
What a triple kill from Lee.
What is that?
Something was just going back to pick that up. In the back of something's mind, he's thinking there's a little timing through mid here, but he's a tad late to it, and Leaf strikes. 22 kills. 3 players absolutely cooking for G2, keeping their team in things. Forsaken's pulled out an attack Odin against Jonah P's defensive Odin here.
Potential for a bit of counter spam. He's been doing it most of the time here. Paranoia sweeps on either side. A handshake at a Utah, but as soon as Jonah P reveals a fire, it could be going straight back at him. As a drag fight is being taken. Jing thought he was set up for success there with a fight potentially, but now it's all gone a little bit wrong here for PRX.
It's such a nice ante because Jonah's been tanking the Haunt on the site, but Jing just went too early.
Strong clearance through, Valen off to the side as well, holding it down at an avenue of his own. Any attempt at a trade is just not in sight here. And we should be going to Ascend. This is just a bloodbath and a blender that these players are being pulled into. Forsaken does at least collect the 1 kill. Spike in his hands. The players rapidly approaching.
If anyone could pull the magic out, it would be him.
1v3, he's got to try and find these players and see if he can collect the kills. It's all Valen though, puts him in the grave and sends us all the way to Ascent. A map 3. Could we have it any other way between these two teams? They have brought the very best out of each other.